851, turn right heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
Hey everyone, welcome back to DJ's Aviation. While the decision by Boeing and the FAA, airlines and countries, and also regulators to ground all 737 MAX has been making headlines, the overall response from other major carriers has also been incredibly interesting, especially given the time it took Boeing to issue the grounding themselves. Today's focus is on Norwegian, who has had their CEO come out publicly and discuss the groundings as well as the bills associated with it. In an official statement, to put it very simply, Norwegian said, "We expect Boeing to take this bill." It is worth mentioning that Norwegian grounded their 18 MAX passenger jets before Boeing and the FAA said it was actually a requirement. Norwegian were a part of the domino effect, which saw widespread groundings following the events of ET302. Norwegian, who has already been heavily hit by engine troubles on their 787s, has had to draft in the likes of the A380 to cover, which has hit them hard. These problems has in turn put Norwegian in really quite the difficult position, and the groundings of their MAXs don't really help that. The CEO of Norwegian said he was confident the MAXs would be in the skies sooner rather than later. Boeing and the FAA just recently issued groundings for the 737 MAX, but it's unclear when they truly will be back in the sky. Many have said that they would put their aircraft back in the sky when it could be determined a fault with the 737 MAX didn't cause ET302. With the black boxes now heading to France, it could be a while before the preliminary report is actually released. And therefore, the more time the airlines have their aircraft grounded, the more they lose and the more they have to pay. This is why Norwegian is going to be asking Boeing for compensation directly. Specifically, in a video published across Norwegian's social media network, the CEO and founder said, "Many have asked questions about how this affects our financial situation. It's quite obvious that we will not take the cost related to the new aircraft that we have to park temporarily. We will send this bill to those who produce this aircraft," essentially Boeing. A number of people have expressed their concern over the groundings as it's become apparent Norwegian have been struggling of late. The carrier and analysts have said that if the groundings of the MAXs are resolved within, say, the next fortnight, it won't likely impact the carrier too harshly. But if this drags on throughout March and into April, it will hit Norwegian and also other airlines severely. However, with no apparent end in sight to these groundings, it could be a matter of weeks or months before they get back into the sky. And for airlines like Norwegian, who already have issues with their 787s, that would actually require them to get new aircraft. And for the majority of airlines, including Norwegian, that simply is not a cost-effective option. What are your thoughts on this whole situation? Not just with the MAX, but also with Norwegian and their 787 issues? Let me know down in the comment section below. And once again, thank you very much for joining me in this video.
Race all of these broken dreams in flight, and we'll fly.